brothers, our seniors, our children, everyone, to come to him. But he left us so cruelly. He left us. So then Balaram is asking, oh, why didn't you stop him? Or why didn't you go with him? Oh, actually he broke our love bonds. He broke our love bonds, so we couldn't do that. We couldn't do that. And Baladev is asking that if Krishna has broken your love bonds, then why are you still alive? You must have been dead. Oh, we're still having some life inside because he said that he would return after a day or two. So that's why we're not dead. And that, those words of his are giving us hope. So then Baladev couldn't believe. No, no. If you're still alive means your bonds of love are broken. Must be broken. No, no, we're still having some hope now. So why did you believe his words in the first place? Oh, who could resist to Krishna? We're just uneducated, simple village girls. And he said something which gave us so much hope, so we could not help but believe him. We had to believe him. So that's why, as if charmed, we couldn't say anything. So we had to believe him, and we have to stay with that hope. So that gave us life. But actually, we're simultaneously like dead and alive. We're neither dead nor alive. So we're alive, but only because of that hope. That's the only thread which is holding us alive. So unable to say anything else, gopis just burst into tears. They were crying and crying and crying, just in front of Baladev. So then Baladev decided, oh, I have to give them some peace. I have to give them so much enthusiasm. So for these 2 months of Chaitra and Vaishakha, for long, long nights, Baladev was dancing with the gopis in this very place, Rama-ghata. So Baladev has the Shakti called Varuni. So that Varuni oozes from the trees. That is like a sap, that's juice of the trees. So Baladev started drinking that Varuni, During Baladev Purnima and Krishna Balaram Mandir, you must have paid attention. If not, the next Balaram Purnima, pay attention. He has his bugle. So that is his main symbol, Baladev Prabhu has. So from that bugle, he drinks Varuni. So when he drinks Varuni, his eyes start rolling, becomes red, so he becomes totally intoxicated. So the gopis were in Baladev's association for long, long, long nights. So one night seemed like many, many yugas. The gopis were dancing with Baladev. So then Baladev expressed the desire to perform Jalavihar, the pastimes in the water. So Yamuna was somewhat far, she's still a bit far. So he said, hey Jamuna, come, I want to perform Jalavihar in your waters. Hey, who are you? Yamuna said, who are you? Why should I obey you? So, because she is actually Vishaka. So why should Vishaka obey Balaram's whims? No, then I'll take my plow. He brought plow from Dwaraka. So with that plow, he picked Yamuna and dragged towards him. So then Yamuna was so much repentant and she offered some prayers. Oh, please, forgive me, I underestimated your position now. I'm obediently obeying your orders. So then Baladev Prabhu performed Rasa Lila here. And the question is, if Yamuna is really Vishaka, why did she really obey Baladev? The answer is that was his expansion, Krishna's expansion called Kalindi. So that Kalindi Yamuna flows, meets Ganga in Prayag and then flows towards Ganga Sagar, the place where Yamuna meets the ocean. So that's how it is. So Baladev Prabhu is, first of all, we have to know that is Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's the second body of Krishna. That is, what's that? Swayam Rupa and Swayam Prakash. There are two manifestations of Krishna. So Balaram Prabhu is the first manifestation of Swayam Prakash, the same Krishna. But the main feature of Balaram is not the flute. He has the flute, he can play, but never like Krishna. He has the bugle, so that is his. Yes, that is his most prominent feature. Although when he comes from Dwaraka, he brought also, we could hear, he brought his plug, plow. So you can ask, oh, if Krishna has his own gopis, Balaram Prabhu must have his gopis too. Yes, that's true. And Murari Gupta in Chaitanya Charita, I think, his book. So he described rasa dance in which Krishna was dancing with his gopis and Baladev was dancing with his gopis. So when Chaitanya Prabhu visited Vrindavan, he visited this place also, and he was remembering that pastime Murari Gupta is describing. And Baladev's gopis are somewhat younger, so when Krishna was dancing his rasa dance, they were still children. But Gurudev also revealed one confidential truth, that certainly Krishna's gopis like Lalita, Vishakaranga, David, Champakalata, etc., those gopis, they never dance with Baladev. But certain gopis, they can dance with Baladev also. Because Gurudev was saying, even in heavenly planets, there's no sin and no prejudice about one Gandharva dancing with different apsaras, etc. But what to speak of Krishna's pastimes? Krishna is completely free. Baladev Prabhu is his another body, just. So the gopis, they saw him as Krishna. Actually, Srila Jiva Goswami describes that Baladev Prabhu, Baladev Prabhu was brought by Krishna here. Krishna was brought by Baladev here, actually. Krishna came here. So Baladev really brought him. So that's why those gopis who were dancing with Baladev were actually dancing with Krishna. So they could not see any difference. So, but for general people, how to say it, Acharyas describe that, okay, Krishna his own gopis, Baladev his own gopis, to make their minds peaceful. Even when Rasa Lila was described in the 10th canto, Shukadev Goswami was so cautious. So he was speaking to many different hearers, some jnanis, some karmis, some yogis, different types of, some devotees in Aishwarya Gyan, so he had to be very cautious speaking of the gopis, rasa dance with gopis. So we have to remember that